fail us. No pressure, but you better convert the world with what you're going to say right now. So just take that into consideration.
That must be the guy from Central Michigan, the priest.
It's too much pressure. No, we had our first pastor time. Father Gamber and I replaced Father Prospero.
It's not Ken Schnick.
I
don't know.
The last 3 years, but unfortunately couldn't come. But as a fellow Jesuit, I stepped in to help him out, and we've been in the land of Mary, as John Paul II called Spain, for 3 weeks now. We had a first week. We went to Avila, Xavier, and Loyola, saw the places of the sites. The second week, the students went out on service trips to 100 different places. We're part of a larger group. And then we gathered together here in Madrid for this final week of World Youth Day. And it's been just a very blessed time, a time of real great prayer within our group, but also evangelization and just learning about what God has done with the church here in Spain.
Now we should give we need to get the group behind us. Who are the members of the Central Michigan group here? All right. So we had some of you all on the show. It's good to see you again. Now, Ethan, what has your experience been?
For me, the best part was probably that first week when we were at all those locations where these huge saints for our church were at. We went to Avila in St. Teresa. We were there where she was born, started convents, and it was amazing to be right there. And then when we were in Xavier, we were next to the castle where he was born and baptized. And then when we were in Loyola, we were at the conversion site of St. Ignatius. So it was just great to see these huge saints, and it reminds us that we're all called to be saints, every single one of us. So it was really amazing.
And that is possible, right? These people were real human beings. Some of them had dramatic conversions, and they put it all on the table, as we mentioned before, and followed the Lord. I think that is such a powerful theme of World Youth Day, to dedicate ourselves to Jesus, to follow him wherever he leads. Adam, what has it been like for you? What has struck you?
Well, a lot of the things that Ethan was saying and Father Matt was saying struck me as well, especially with the saints, seeing the impact that they had on a huge community that's still shown today. Like everywhere we went in Avila, there was St. Teresa things. For me personally, probably the Magis program that we did. Magis people.
Well, describe the Magis program.
The Magis program started in Loyola, where we met up. We were divided into the different groups and spread throughout Spain. And for me, I was incredibly nervous about it because I only speak English, and we were with different groups from different countries. And there was like 8 of us that were from the United States. And then we combined with people from Argentina, from Uruguay, from France, and from Spain. And so I was kind of freaking out a little bit, like, what are you going to make us do? Am I going to be able to communicate with anybody? But it was an amazing experience. We made great friends, and really just showed the universal nature of the church, that we could go to Mass every day in different languages and still know what was going on.
Now, when you were on the show, one of the questions I asked was, what are you going to do when you get back home to alter the world for God? What's the answer to that, Ethan?
I think it's evangelized just with your personal testimony and talking about your experiences that you had at World Youth Day can have such an impact on people. You know, so much of our community has supported us, and by just talking with them, that we can do so much for the communities and much beyond that.
I agree with that. I think you're sharing our personal witness of what the Lord's done. For me, I feel like there's no reason I should have been able to be here. I kept thinking that throughout the program, everything, like, I'm at this place where this saint was, or with the Magis program, meeting these people and experiencing these things, I just felt so blessed. The Lord's been so good. I've got to share that and tell other people about it.
I know a lot of members of your group on the show spoke about the unexpected of a pilgrimage. Has that played out? Has there been a lot of things like that?
Yeah, the opening Mass, we were so far away, we seen a little screen, and we didn't get communion, but it was still cool to see all these people from around the world at that opening Mass for that one reason, to be there for Christ. And even though we didn't get to see the stage, you know, we got to be there with everyone and be that example to the whole world that we're here for a reason, and we're going to evangelize and set the world on fire.
Doug's question was such a good one, because we receive so much through World Youth Day. It's just a constant flow of graces that we can't help but bring that home and share that with the people that maybe didn't get to come. But right now we're just receiving so many graces and storing those up, and we'll let God help us to share them. Well, I think it's a great thing for all of us to think about. If we're here, if we've been so blessed to have the chance to be here at World Youth Day,
we have, don't you think, Father, a responsibility to share those graces? What is an opportunity for these tremendous graces? We have a duty to go back and take those graces back to our corner of the world.
It's not an isolated event at all. This is really the first week of the next 51 weeks of the year, I think. And it's going to be a week that you have to have something to give, but we are given so many graces through our faith. I know for me as a priest, the Eucharistic prayer, all the people your Son has gained for you, just comes alive every time I look out into one of these vast events, that what unites us is one another, but all of us united to Jesus Christ our Lord and to God the Father. All the people your Son has gained for you. He lets us see that gain during this week, but the goal is to go out and increase the gain for him.
Right, and speak the language of faith to wherever we go. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for being here. For the entire Michigan group, great job. All you did. Thanks for sharing your time with us. We will be back, ladies and gentlemen, after this break. Do not